Hello, welcome back. Welcome to week 2 of this English course. Once again, the grammar today will be very important for the course, assignments, and the final test. You can also find the PPT and grammar tables on the YJP website. Once again, I should present my email address, christopherwarrilow77@gmail.com. Please email me for any reason if you have any questions or problems. You must do the online quiz to get attendance points. Okay, today's class is regular verbs and possessive pronouns. A regular verb is an English verb that follows the normal rules of English. Today, we will talk about the present tense. In the present tense, most verbs follow the same rules. Here is our checklist. First, we will practice looking at a picture and finding the English verb. Then, we will learn the structure of the simple present tense in English. Now, we make the simple present tense two ways depending on the pronoun. So first, we will look at the simple present tense with I, they, we, and you. And then, the simple present tense with he, she, and it. Next, we'll look at the helping verb do and negative sentences, and then we will look at the verb to be with adjectives, and finally, we will look at possessive pronouns, which will be important for the test. Okay? So first, can you remember the English pronouns from last week? We have I, you, we, they, you, he, she, it. This is still important. It will be really important for you to understand the online quiz. Okay? Let's look at some pictures and find from the picture what is the subject, what is the verb, and what is the object. Okay? First of all, here is our subject, and here is what is she doing, that's our verb, and here is the object. Alright? So subject I, verb cook or make, we'll say cook. And object food. I cook food. Alright. Here is our pronoun. So the subject is they. What do they do? Let's use watch. And what is our object? TV. Okay. Here is our pronoun. So the subject is we. The action is play. And the object is soccer. Alright. Here is our subject, so the subject is you. She's talking to mom. The verb is want. And the object in this case is candy. So we've learned how to find the English verb and learn the structure of the simple present tense. Subject, verb, object. Right? So let's try it with I, they, we, and you. I. Subject, verb, object. 3, 2, 1. I cook food. They. Subject, verb, object. 3, 2, 1. They watch TV. We. Subject, verb, object. 3, 2, 1. We play soccer. You. Subject, verb, object. You want candy. Okay, so here that is in a chart. Subject, verb, object. I watch TV. You eat kimchi. Jihyun and Sumin, that would be they. Sometimes you see the information, you must find what is the pronoun. Jihyun and Sumin, they study English. My friend and I, me and you, that's we sleep in school. Alright? So we've tried it with I, they, we, and you. Now let's try with he, she, and it. Here is our pronoun. The subject is he. What does he do? Let's say call. Who does he call? Let's say mom. Okay? This is an animal, so we will use it. What does it do? Walk. And here, there is really no direct object. We can just say walk. Okay? Here is our pronoun, so we'll have she. What does she do? Make. And what does she make? Coffee. And here is our rule. When we use regular verbs in the present tense, he, she, and it have an S on the verb. So let's look at that. He. Subject, verb, S, object. 3, 2, 1. He calls mom. Here is the difference. We have this S. He calls mom. It. Subject, verb, S. Remember, for this picture, there is no object. It walks. She. Subject, verb, S, object. She makes coffee. So here are our grammar charts. Subject, verb, object. President Trump, he cleans the house. Kim Yuna, she skates on the ice. The dog, it eats chocolate. Okay? But here are some rules for adding the S. Verbs that end with a vowel other than E or ES, go and do, we get goes and do's. Okay? Go ends with a vowel, mon, O and O. Alright? Verbs that end with an S, Z, sh, or ch, we usually add ES. Kisses, watches, buzzes, fixes. The verb ends in a consonant and Y. For example, we could have dry or fly or worry or hurry. We add ES. Dries, flies, worries, hurries. And the verb ends in a vowel plus Y like play. We simply add the S. Plays. Okay? So we find the English verb, simple present tense, using it with I, they, we, and you, using it with he, she, and it. Now let's try to make negatives using do, the helping verb do. Now let's make a negative sentence. We use the helping verb do to make the sentence. I, you, we, they is don't, and he, she, and it is doesn't. So, here is our picture. A negative sentence for they is going to be subject, don't, verb, object. They don't play soccer. We don't watch TV. I don't eat candy. And doesn't will work for he, she, and it. So, this is an important point. He, she, and it have no S for the negative sentence. So, he eats kimchi, but he doesn't eat kimchi. There is no S on the negative. So what does that mean? Subject, doesn't, verb, object. He doesn't call mom. It doesn't walk. She doesn't cook food. Here are those grammar charts again. Subject, don't, verb, object for I, you, we, they. I don't watch TV. Me, Jihan and Sumin don't study English. And subject, doesn't, verb, object for he, she, and it. Remember, no S here. President Trump, he doesn't clean the house. The dog doesn't eat chocolate. So let's move on. We've done finding the English verb, the structure of the simple present tense, subject, verb, object. Simple present with I, they, we, and you. I eat kimchi. The simple present with he, she, and it. Remember, we added S to the verb. She eats kimchi. And then making negatives with do. I don't eat kimchi. I, you, we, they. She doesn't eat kimchi. She, he, it. Now let's try making questions. For questions, we will still use do. This time it will be do and does at the start of the sentence. Remember, last week we put am, is, and are at the start of sentences to make yes-no questions. This time we will do the same, but in the present tense. Okay? So, do I, do you, do we, do they? Does he, does she, does it? Alright? Do, subject, verb, object. So here, what would the question be? 3, 2, 1. Do I play baseball? Here, what would the question be? 3, 2, 1. Do they play soccer? Here, what would the question be? 3, 2, 1. Do we watch TV? And here, what would the question be? 3, 2, 1. Do you want candy? Alright? And then for it, she, and he, we're going to use does. The rule is the same, but does. 3, 2, 1. Does it walk? And here, does she cook food? Here, does he call mom? Here are those rules again. Making questions for I, you, we, and they. Do, subject, verb, object. Do I watch TV? Do you eat kimchi? Do Jihyun and Sumin study English? Do my friend and I sleep in school? And for he, she, and it, does, subject, verb, object. Does President Trump clean the house? Does Kim Yuna skate on the ice? Does the dog eat chocolate? Here are those rules on one paper to look at. And here they are again, very simply expressed with some answers as well to the questions. Do I cook? Yes, I do. Does she cook? Yes, she does. No, she does not. Okay. So, I, you, we, and they have no S on the verb for a basic sentence. She, he, and it have an S on the verb. Negatives never have an S. She doesn't play soccer, not she doesn't plays soccer. For a negative, I, you, we, they don't, he, she, it doesn't. So, what do? They watch a movie. What does she do? She eats kimchi. Does he sleep? He doesn't sleep. Do we swim at 1 p.m. on Tuesday? We don't swim at 1 p.m. He doesn't, we don't. Okay, so we found the English verb in sentences, learned the structure, subject, verb, object, learned that I, they, we, and you have no S. He, she, and it have an S. To make negatives, I, you, we, they don't, he, she, it doesn't. Making questions, do I play soccer? Does he play soccer? And then last thing is possessive pronouns. So look at these 4 sentences. I talk to you, you listen to me, this is my book, the book is mine. These are the 4 forms of pronoun we need. I, me, my, mine. Okay? The subject pronoun, the object pronoun, the adjective pronoun, or the weak possessive pronoun, and the possessive pronoun, the strong possessive pronoun. Here, it is his bike. The bike is his. It is her bike. The bike is hers. It is its bone. The bone is its. It is my doll. The doll is mine. Okay? You can see how to do this. Again, subject pronoun, possessive pronoun. I have a bicycle. The bicycle is mine. You have a bicycle, the bicycle is yours. So these are the words you need to learn that come in the object position, okay? Let's try that. We bought that house last year. We. The pronoun is we, the possessive pronoun is ours. It is ours. This car belongs to Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Mr. and Mrs. Smith is they. It is theirs. I think I saw John drop this pen. John is he. I think it is his. This book it has my name on it. So mine. My brother and I made that chair. My brother and I, that's we, it's ours. Okay? So here are the 4 types of pronoun. Subject, object, adjective, and possessive. You need to learn these. They may be important on the test. Okay? I, me, my, mine, you, your, yours. You can study them yourselves. Alright? We have now completed every part of our checklist. Here are the grammar tables one more time. I will post these on the YJP website for you to study before taking the online quiz. You can find the grammar tables for week 1 on the YJP website. They are in the class textbook data part. You can also download the PPT from this lesson. Okay? So, to look at that one more time, everything we studied. First, positive sentence, subject, verb, object. For I, you, we, and they, I watch TV. You eat kimchi. Jihyun and Sumin study English. My friend and I sleep in school. For a he, she, or it sentence, we add an S on the verb. President Trump cleans the house. Kim Yuna skates on the ice. The dog eats chocolate. And then for negatives, for I, you, they, and we use don't. I don't watch TV. You don't eat kimchi. Jihyun and Sumin, they don't study English. My friend and I, we don't sleep in school. And for he, she, and it, we will use doesn't. President Trump doesn't clean the house. Kim Yuna doesn't skate on the ice. The dog doesn't eat chocolate. To make a question, we're going to go do, subject, verb, object for I, you, we, they. So, do I watch TV? Do you eat kimchi? Do Jihyun and Sumin study English? Do my friend and I sleep in school? Remember, they, we. And for he, she, and it, we're going to use does. Does President Trump clean the house? Does Kim Yuna skate on the ice? Does the dog eat chocolate? To make an answer, here, do I watch TV? Yes, I do. No, I don't. Do my friend and I sleep in school? Yes, we do. No, we don't. And here, does President Trump clean the house? Yes, he does. No, he doesn't. Does the dog eat chocolate? Yes, it does. No, it doesn't. Finally, the types of pronouns. Subject, object, adjective, possessive. I, me, my, mine. You, your, yours. He, him, his. She, her, hers. It, its. We, us, ours. They, theirs. Their, theirs. So to put that in perspective, I have a dog. Do you like me? This is my dog. The dog is mine. And one more example, let's try it with it. It is a dog. Do you like it? This is its bone. The bone is its. So that is how you use the 4 types of pronoun that are important for this course. Once again, I really suggest you go to the YJP website, look at the grammar tables I have posted for you, and do that before you take the online quiz. Before. Then you will get a good score on the online quiz. I will be happy because you studied, and everyone will get a good score on the test. You can find them in the class textbook data part of the YJP. Please, good luck on the online quiz, and if you have any questions, please email me. Have a lovely day. See you next week.